Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you so much for joining me again today. So another card making video for you today, and I'm going to be using two online exclusive stamp sets. This is Happy Little Things and the Throughout the Year stamp sets. So two sets of really fab sentiments. So as the name suggests, this one's got things to cover all the occasions throughout the year. So we've got Easter, something for the Christmas and New Year, and then some generic things as well. So that's a really great set to have in your stash. Really good. We're just going with the birthdays today. And then this one, Happy Little Things. The front cover is a bit of an illusion as to how large some of these stamps are. These are only showing at 80%, so you'll see that actually these are really quite large sentiments, okay? And that means that we can use them really effectively to create a background, okay? So you'll know that one of my favourites, Biggest Wish, is retiring. So there's More Wishes, which is sort of a more festive version of that, but I suppose this one kind of tries to fill in some of that gap there, maybe combined with these. Okay, so that's what I'm doing today. We're using those two. Alright, so we're going to go for, like I say, we're going to create a background using that lovely sentiment set. So we're going to do this Celebrate background using both the solid and the outline image to create this great background, and then I've got the key sentiment there, and then I'm just going to leave it like that, just a couple of embellies and a bit of ribbon, and I think that just makes a really nice card. Okay, this happens to be Orchid Oasis, so one of our retiring ink colours. Isn't that cute? It's a nice colour. So this one's gone very monochromatic, and of course we're going to spin it up. We're not going to do monochrome, we're going to go rainbow order again. I did a rainbow card not so long ago, and it's quite well received, and you know, they're quite, you know, it's happy, isn't it, and nice bright colours and stuff. So so we're going to mix it up and do something a little different with that. Okay, let's just pop that over there. So I'm going to bring in some scrap paper here. Got my little silicone matte thing there as well, and I've just got it on a bit of grid paper actually, just so that I can just try and keep things as straight as possible, at least to start off with anyway. And we're going to be using all the bright colours basically in the set. I've got all 10 of the ink pads out in front of me. We're going to work from the centre outwards, so I've kind of split them up, and I've got 2 piles of 4. So I've got Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, Melon Mumbo, Flirty Flamingo. Then I've got my Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Light and Lemon Lime Twist. And then the centre we're going to start with Granny Apple Green and Coastal Cabana. So the idea is to try and use all of them. Of course you don't have to use all of them. I just thought it'd be a bit of fun. Okay, and basically the idea I'm going to go with is to use the solid stamp to print, stamp out all the coloured items, and then the outlines I figured I could do in black and make it kind of pop out that way. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I haven't tried it yet, so we're just gonna go with it. So here's Granny Apple Green then, and I've just got my chamois and cleaning stuff off camera to the left there, so that I can clean these off in between times. Okay, so let's start somewhere like in the middle. So this one's going to be probably about there, and I'm going to do my darndest not to get my head underneath the camera there. But obviously when you're lining things up, it can be a little tricky to do that. Now, which one? I'm going to pop that over there out the way so I know I've used it. So that was Granny Apple Green. This is Coastal Cabana. So just some light tapping on the ink pad. And no, I'm not going to use the entirety of this stamp. So I'm just going to pop that in somewhere, maybe there. So just using the letters to sort of line it up a little bit, it's got like a sort of it's a block lettering, so it's quite easy to get them lined up. And you know what, if it's not perfect, really don't worry about it. Okay, so there we go. And then I think I'll carry on working down the page, I think. Okay, so we'll go to 0 afternoon next. I think I might put this one kind of centralish. Oh, pushed it up and then I realised I've got to bring it excuse me, down a bit to see where I'm going. So let's just pop that there. So nice firm pressure. Cleaning that off. Just using a chamois that's just off camera there. And it might be that we come back to some of the other colours. Okay, this is Berry Burst. So we'll go back over this side a little bit. So let's get everything but the last couple of letters done over there. And let's go something like that, shall we? Okay, so let's get that ink off. Those of you who watch regularly know that the pink ink staining is, I don't know, it just drives me a bit balmy. It's perfectly fine, it doesn't harm the ink pad at all. It just drives me balmy because it's not clean anymore. Or should I say clear anymore, probably more accurate description. Okay, so we're going to go back off to the left again. This is Melon Mambo, one of my favourite colours. So bright. Berry Burst is nicer too. I like that. That used to be an in colour with Lemon Lime Twist. I was trying to think what the other colours were in that collection the other day, and I think it might have been, I think it was Powder Pink, and I think which was a really nice pink. Powder Pink, and I think it might have been like Tranquil Tide and Pretty Peacock. Pretty Peacock, I think that might have been an in colour at some point. Yeah. So there you go. Because there was a whole suite of products all with the same, all with those colours in, those rich colours. Which I want to say was Eastern Delight or something. Cool, I'm going back some years here. This is Flirty Flamingo, which is kind of like a kind of peachy pink colour. I think we'll go here with this one. Okay, so there's possibly room at the bottom there to do some other colours, but we'll see how we get on when we start building up everything else. So let's just get that nice and clean. And then we'll start working our way back up. So let's tidy away Flirty Flamingo, and then we'll start working our way back up. So we'll bring in Lemon Lime Twist. Dapper Denim, that was one. Oh, that was a great colour. That might have been with this actually. So where's this one going to go? I think we'll go here. Okay, Lemon Lime Twist. See where the ink pads, the ink's been picked up there. Daffodil Delight is next. Oops, way up. Move this one right over there. Okay. Then we've got Pumpkin Pie. Did a monochromatic card with that colour. Orange and yellows aren't generally my colours unless need them for something specific, but like I say, ooh, I did do a project that was a monochromatic design. Ooh, that one's not quite stamped quite as well, but I think it'll be fine. And the last colour in this collection is Pop Parade. Might even cut this down. This is what I would call a full card panel. So this is 4 by 5 3/4 to fit on a regular card base for the UK, which is 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. Okay, so let's put the full word there at the top there. Okay, so I think we might I might crop this down when we're done. Okay, let's get this one completely cleaned off. Get that red ink off as much as possible anyway. Just using a combination of my stamping scrub and my chamois. So I'll get the worst of it off with the chamois, and then I get my stamping scrub and the stamping mist to get that cleaned off as best I can. Okay, so that's all our bright inks, all 10 of them, done and dusted. So now I'm going to switch to this outline image, and we're going to bring in the Memento ink. Okay, so this is just water-based ink. I'm just going to put the lid over there and turn this way, I think. And then we're just going to fill in these gaps here. Okay, I'm trying desperately not to knock the camera while I am trying to hover over this and see where we're going with it. Okay, just need a couple of letters over the top here. Okay. And of course we could have flipped this the other way and done it predominantly in black, and then just have the pops of colour in the outline. I think this one gives it some vibrancy, doing it this way. Don't know what you guys think. And then there's hot debate on what rainbow order really is. You do you, and whatever you think is pleasing to you. And you don't even have to do rainbow, you could do whatever colour combo you like. Thought about doing something kind of ombre look, if you know what I mean. Just using a collection of colours, and then you could potentially match it up to an occasion. Because celebrate could be anything, couldn't it? It could be all sorts of celebrations, obviously. Okay. So we could apply this in lots of different ways. Okay, I think that looks great. I've just a couple of wonky ones, but you know, it's pretty good considering I can't get my head right over the top of that. Okay, just wondering whether to just finish it off with the black rather than cut it down. And I feel reluctant to cut it down, if I'm honest. So I think I might just finish off the top and the bottom with the black, and then I don't need to cut it anymore. Okay, sorry I went quiet there because I was concentrating, sorry. Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, that's fine. Quite like that. Cool. Let's pop our ink away. Oh no, actually, I'm going to use the ink, the black ink, actually, to stamp the sentiment. So this one's from the other stamp set, the Throughout the Year stamp set, and we're going to use our Memento ink on that. Just get that really nice and well inked up. If you keep your Memento pad really nice and well inked, you'll get a really nice crisp dark image. Okay, it looks really fabulous. Okay, just wipe everything off. Now we can put our inks away, because now all we're going to do is just build up the card itself. Thinking about changing up the ribbon, actually. I think I might bring in this ribbon rather than the other one. This is the one with the silver trim on it. I think that'd look really nice and kind of lend itself to the theme kind of thing. Use the modern oval on this. Could use heartfelt hexagon. So let's do it. Let's switch it up. Heartfelt hexagon and modern oval punches are carrying through. So they're going to be sticking with us. It's a nice, dare I say, a more masculine shape. So I suppose if you were doing this for a guy, you could potentially use that and make that a little bit more of a masculine kind of card, even though we're going to stick this lovely glitzy ribbon on it. But hey ho, guys like ribbon, right? Okay, so let's just take some of that off, and I'm just going to use some sticky tape to secure that on the back. So this will make it nice and secure, so it doesn't come off the back. Just make sure it's straight along the front. Oh, don't want it covering all of that, really. Oh no, be alright, because it's sheer. It's probably the advantage of using something like this. You're not kind of covering too much of the design. Don't want this to be too tight, because I want to do a knot across the front as well. So I'm just going to lop off another length of that ribbon. This ribbon's going to carry over, and we're just going to do a simple knot rather than a bow. Okay, and if you do it, say if you don't want it to go too tight, because you don't want this to bow too much, but if you do this before you stick things together, then you can then put extra adhesive down and make sure it's all sitting nice and flat. Okay, so let's do that with my trusty stamping seal. I say the accents on this are all going to be, you know, that black, so I'm actually going to pop this onto a black card base, putting plenty of adhesive on just to make sure it sticks nice and flat. And it's just going to have that nice skinny border. Okay, make sure you give that top fold a really good burnish, and then it will stand up perfect. Okay, and then you can persuade this to sit, and if it's not, mini glue dots are very useful for that kind of thing. Then this guy will help with that as well, actually. So he's going to go quite central, kind of straddled across that ribbon, so we'll pop a couple of dimensionals in those top corners. Some little scrappy bits that will actually do that job quite nicely, I think. So don't forget to use all the little, you know, the edge of your dimensionals. Once you've used all the little hexagons, you've got all that stuff around the edge, which is great for this kind of thing. And the little thin edging strips are good for sentiments and things. So looking to try and get that straight and even, kind of with the ribbon. That looks about there, I think. And then to carry through that black theme, I'm going to bring in these matte dots. You could use some, because we brought in the silver, you could bring in some of that as well if you wanted to. And we can get those popped on. Oh, I've got many of the little ones left. Oh gosh. Okay. So again, we'll just use our sort of uneven numbers. So we'll pop 5 of those on. Just sort of finish that off a little bit. And that's it. That's our rainbow version of this card. Okay, using all of the bright colours in that colour family. Okay, we started off with a monochromatic design, slightly different ribbon and a different punch, but the overall kind of concept is the same, to create that lovely background with both the solid and the outline images of that online exclusive stamp set. Okay, which I've forgotten the name of. Happy Little Things, it's called, Happy Little Things, and then the main sentiment was throughout the year. Really great, really pleased with how that's turned out. Okay, bit of a wonky one there, but you know, you'll forgive me that, right? Okay, love to see if you give this a go. Do let me know. Hope you've enjoyed it and it's given you an idea. I'm really pleased with how they turned out. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're staying safe. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.